Because the purpose of all of us as human beings is to live a happy and peaceful life. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Gree Tri Rizkyky and you can call me Gree. I'm a student of Computer Engineering Department of Gunadarma University. The honorable to the judges, committee, and all beautiful people, thank you for giving me the chance to deliver my speech entitled The Role of Mental Health. If we talk about mental health, of course, this will be a long topic as well as an issue that should be of great concern to society. The reason is there are so many people who don't know the importance of mental health and the impact that occurs if our mental health is disturbed. And not a few people even downplay this problem. But before discussing further, what exactly is mental health? Well, according to the World Health Organization, or well known as WHO, says that mental health is a state of mental well-being that enables people to overcome the pressures of life, realize their abilities, learn and work well, and contribute to their community. For me, mental health is the right of every individual to have a tranquil, calming, and merry life. If we reflect on the past few years, the discussion of mental health in our society was still very low, or we could even say that it was a taboo subject to discuss. Furthermore, in 2018, according to basic health research, there were more than 19 million people aged over 15 experiencing mental emotional disorder. And not only that, more than 12 million people aged over 15 also experiencing depression. Friends, 19 million and 12 million are not small human numbers. This data is definitely slap for all of us that mental health is not something to be trifled with. Some people think that mental health disorder is embarrassing because they're afraid that they will be called as mentally weak people or even crazy people. These negative thoughts or stigmas are what ultimately make us close our eyes to mental health issue. Even though people who have mental health disorder are people who actually need our shoulder to service their helps, or at least as a place for them to tell stories. That's why the stigmas regarding mental health have to be abolished, because oftenly as a result of this stigma, people with mental disorder are delayed or don't even want in seeking help. Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning, I mentioned a little about the impact that occurs if our mental health is disturbed, right? Yes, I know. There are many harmful impacts of it. For example, we can become afraid to communicate socially. Our physical health, of course, is also disturbed. Or what's worse is suicide. And in fact, there are many suicides that are caused by mental health. Seeing impacts like this, should we be more aware of our mental health? In most cases, many of us don't realize that our mental health is actually starting to suffer, such as when our life starts to become uneasy, we have feelings of worry and excessive guilt or fear. These are all signals that cannot be ignored for our mental health, so please beware for it. But everyone, actually mental health disorder can be delayed early by doing some of simple things. Simple things? What are those? Okay, let's discuss it together. First, this is something that most people think is a cliche or exaggeration, even though this has such a big impact, namely by thanking yourself. Believe it or not, actually every human being needs affirmation to rise stronger and appreciate all the processes that have been passed. This is also a form of love from and for oneself, or it's called as self-love. Then second, it's still about self-love. Namely, stay away from things that only affect and worry us. This is the step that most of us go wrong. We too often allow ourselves to see something that makes us insecure and mentally down. As an example that is most related is, we keep seeing people with desirable physical appearance, academic conditions, social status in social media, or even in real life. So how? Are you guys still doing it? I think it's okay. It's okay if you can turn it around into positive motivation or encouragement to be better. But if it only damages our mental health by comparing ourselves to that person, we better stop doing it. And the last one is get enough rest. The rest that I mean here is not only physically, but of course also mentally. If you feel too tired at working, making friends, socializing, chasing all hopes and many things, let yourself to take a short break first and you can come back stronger. These simple things, the things that we sometimes don't realize how important it is for our better mental health, because all of these ways are to love ourselves. But if you have done those all things and don't have a significant effect yet, please, please, and please do not hesitate to come to psychologists to talk about your mental health, because there's nothing wrong with maintaining our mental health. Well, the conclusion from my speech this time is, after knowing definition, facts, cases, and the impacts of mental health issue, shouldn't we all be more aware of mental health, especially of ours? Remember, friends, mental health disorders can't heal by themselves, and similar to physical health that must be treated immediately, mental health must also be treated immediately if a disorder occurs. Because what? Because the purpose of all of us as human beings is to live a happy and peaceful life. I think that's what I can leave it to you all. I'm sorry if there are offensive and unintelligible words. Hopefully, by getting a lot of perception about mental health, we can put mental health issue on a bigger and higher place to concern about. Thank you and see you soon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.